Hello everybody, this is Gabbis Games and welcome back to War Thunder. And today I got this little light tank for you guys, the Ru251, which is a German 6.7 premium tank, which goes for just under 7,500 silver lions, which is still kind of expensive, but taken for the average price of the vehicles in this game, still kind of okay. And I'm just gonna go over what I think about this light tank. First up, it's a go-kart. You have no armor, top mobility. You have a pretty good gun. It's like quite a ridiculous gun with a 320mm penetrating heat and a hash shell of 102. Don't even bother with the HE shell, only 30mm, not worth it. You have a pretty long reload on this gun, 9.3 seconds, which is about as long as a heavy tank, which is kind of a bummer. Although at the same time, like all these German tank guns are kind of slow reloading. I mean, they're not as heavy as the 122s. The Russians, for example, which go for over 20-second reloads. But those have the armor to sustain that. This thing does not. I would still have to say you really penetrate stuff easily with the HEATFS. It's one of the earliest tanks with HEATFS, with the only other one being the M56 Scorpion, which is about has the same power HEATFS, but he has no armor. And wait, C please was asked, so I will wait. See if I can snipe out a guy right here. Artillery strikes coming in, and I'm gonna go in right now because I want to secure this right flank. Make sure nobody gets in here or here. I hear the engines out to the right. There we go. Tank destroyed. M41A1 is dead. Oh shit. Yeah, that is no way I'm surviving an AVRE shot in my face at this range. Doesn't really even matter where he hits me. That was just a hull break scenario right off the bat. Guess we're going to the Tiger 2H. And like, for marking those two guns, this thing only has a slightly longer reload. This thing has some more penetration, and I would say both have around the same bullet drop, shell drop. So they're both about equal at range firing. Although the heat shell is better at range because it is a heat shell and does not lose any penetration over range, what this thing does. Tiger 2H is kind of in a tough spot because if you look at this RU, it only has 2.860 silver lions, so just under 6.9 thousand silver lion repair cost. Well, this thing has 11.111, which is so just over 9,100, which is about almost 4 times as much, which really hurts overall. Every time you die, you have to pay 9,000 over 9,000, where you don't even have to pay 3,000. So yeah, that sucks. The RU actually has a that's just overall like a thing with premiums that they have, which much lower repair costs. Like this thing on is 2.9, and this Panther here 2.4. Like, okay, this is like the heavy tank, so like you would, the other heavy tank is like 3400. Even this thing I was like 9500. Like you notice the difference between medium and heavy tanks really a lot. This thing only has 2100, so that's actually a really good grinder. However, the B point is being decaptured. It looks like I'm going to B then. I'm going a little bit to the left, so because I want to climb up this hill from this side. Or might I just actually want to stay in the defilade, so I do not really get that targeted that much. Because this thing has a really good upper front plate, but it has a pretty weak actual turret front. Just because it's a flat turret. And this game really likes to punish people with flat pieces of armor. Because bounce mechanics and angling mechanics are really strong in this game. And that's kind of unfair. But, guys, got a medium tank spotter right there. And I got a feeling it's either gonna be like a T-44 or like an M46 maybe. Maybe even Lorraine 40T. Probably one of those tanks. Yeah, I'm gonna climb deflate. Climb up because I do not want him to get on this hill. Because if he does, he will be shooting right on my squishy side. Make sure nobody gets on there. Oh, is that enemy? Yep, he is alive. Not for long. There we go. This thing does have explosive filler compared to the heat shell, only shrapnel. Although it is heat. Oh, it's a Centurion. That's also a possibility. Actually, 100p destroyed. A Tempest. That's not the Tempest. That's another plane. I'm still not happy to see an S8000 because those things really hurt. Those are really good current powders. And this thing is really vulnerable against air vehicles because it's such a heavy and slow vehicle. I think that might be the Tempest. Not happy to see like at least 2 ground pounders. I really hope they do not see me. I cannot see anything in this sun. Sun SOP in this game, to be honest. I mean, even like they just spot you easier because you see the reflection of the tank. It just like it becomes shiny, especially like in desert maps where it's like where there's like sandstorms going on. Simply because you're reflecting, you're simply visible, and if you're in the shadow, you're not. So in these kind of matches, it's also like a thing of like finding shadow, not shooting inwards on the sun like this because that's like really not the best of ideas. And there, why does 400 give me a shot mark from there? There's quite some time to move until I reload. And he got the two cover. There he goes. Oh, I got his fuel tank. He's on fire. Oh my god, I can hit him from here. I'm not gonna move my trigger. Ah, come on. Up you go. Tiny bit. Fire. There goes the third fire, guys. He is dead. They're decapping B. So there we go. Third fire means no FPE. He'll be dead. There's no need to finish that guy off here because he will burn down on his own later on. Shot a little bit too greedy there. Oh, hello. Did I literally just got breached? What's the AMX 50? Ah, come on. Yeah, I can't do shit here. Side shot, 3, 2, 1, and bye-bye. Squishy sides, don't you guys? T-44. We're down to the Yak Pender. I prefer the Yak Pender actually over the Tiger 2P because it's a little bit more mobile. It's much cheaper to respawn, only it's 5,000 to 9,000. And even though you do not have the turret, you do not get to have the weak spot either. I mean, this thing's armor is weaker and can be penetrated by 6.7s. You do not have any issues with like 6.3s below. The T-44, for example, cannot penetrate this thing's armor frontally. Only the lower plate. And that's it, and like the side armor, of course, then. Again, this is a user skin, so it does look a little bit like plastic. But I like the user skin. It's actually from like the anime series Ghost of Panther. I actually added it across there for like the normal people to see. I just look at this side. The marking and that 6, I like it. Let's see if we can spot any one of those, that group. This thing has great scope. Yeah, it's like kind of a look at a few of the 6.7, 6.3 vehicle pieces, and I got a heads-up marker. Oh, they're up, all the way up. Okay. Don't want to face all that. And this okay is actually going right because I need to have the uphill advantage in order to fire downwards. As long as I can hide that from the plate, which is not that much of a hard of a task actually. I'll have like, with the angling, I will have extra additional armor protection. Because I will be angling the armor backwards, making it even steeper. As it would otherwise be. There goes one of the attack fighters. Oh, he's suicide bombed. But he did get a kill. That's one thing like I hate, like those fighters. Like those are just like fighters and maybe like multi-purpose fighters. Perhaps, but they really get killed so easily. Much easier than the actual heavy bombers that were kind of like supposed to take out grunt than the heavier stuff. Oh, that thing is already dead. Was a bit slow in that engagement. Let's go to the second hill. Oh my god, there's another plane and there's another plane. Oh, great. At least that means that there are 3 less tanks to worry about. But at the same time, if they have bombs right now, we'll be probably in trouble. Are you making a move on me? Do you have bomb? Where did that shot come from? Where did that shot come from? There it is. That's a 122. And that's a bomb. god. At least I gotta make a small smoke screen. But a 122 gun actually is one of the guns that actually can go through this armor, which makes me not happy, to face it. Especially because it's on an IS steel, which actually is pretty hard to penetrate, even though it only has a 100mm frontal plate at the turret. Because of the angling, it is really hard to deal with. I'll have to cap first, shoot later, because otherwise we're gonna lose this match. Which makes me even less happy, because I am forced to show that I'm inside the capture zone. Ah, there he is. Oh, of course. Those things have crazy mobility, actually, for being a heavy tank. Got that annoying message out of the way. I actually wanted to not show highlights, like that little orange thing. Tricks me up, but there we go. Got horse at the turret drive. Finally, I can start getting FPE here on the Tiger 2H. I've been grinding with mostly the RU. Got some premium time, and I'm working on the Tiger 2-105 before it actually gets removed from the deck tree. Because if you guys haven't heard, they plan on taking out the Tiger 2-105 from the tech team because it was a filler tank. Because it was Tiger 2H with a modified 105mm gun. And might be able to see the size of this gun. Actually, this tank does come with a rangefinder, which is really cool. You can see there's little bulges here on the side. But this gun is actually way too big to fit in this tank. Just look at it. If it were to get fired, and like normally would have like little side things on the bridge, they would just knock out the crew instantly when it's fired. It's just too big overall. I was gonna say, like, with the updated stuff from all the tanks, having the ammo in here, making it forced to have ammo inside the turret on pretty much every single tank is actually kind of annoying, because you can no longer, like, take out the turret arm ammo at the cost of having less ammo, which was actually, like, something you at some point learned to do to make sure you did not have, like, a limited amount of ammo in that turret that could possibly blow up. Because that is like the big thing of ammo in the turret. It blows up if you get hit. That's the main thing with just now, especially with the Tiger 2H. If somebody penetrates you right here, and you go to, mainly often now if you go through the gunner, through the commander, hit the ammo in behind here, and it goes boom. And you're instantly dead. Well, let's take out these things for one more match. So the downside of the Tiger 2P is that you have, like, instead of the big Henschel turret, you get a Porsche turret, which only has 100mm of frontal turret protection. And that generally means you cannot get in close because it just go through your turret, because it's not that angled compared to, like, a IS-2 or whatever. To be honest, the IS-2 versus the Tiger 2P, the IS-2 generally wins, and the IS-2 is a 5.7. Well, depending on the model, you also have like this. You have 5.7 and 6.3, but the 5.7 one actually does often win against that 6.3 Tiger 2P, and it can even win against the Tiger 2H, which is 6.7. Overall, the repair costs are just too much a little bit, I would say. Just went outside of this tank. No stabilizer. Oh god. Got the kill, I guess. I saw him fire, and I could release the shot. So that's one thing I'm happy about. Got a pretty much stock Panther A now. That's also fun. Yay. I actually had the Yak Panther too, but I figured I would take out Panther A. Panther A is pretty much the same as Panther D, but it has more mobility and a faster turret rotation speed, which makes it more reactive to threats, and overall there's like a little bit less sluggish, because the Panther D actually feels like more like a heavy tank sometimes. And there's also one thing why I do not like those freaking T-29s. You shoot them in the side and you do nothing. And of course I'm instantly out. Okay. That's also been a little bit thing I've been playing horribly lately. Don't know why, but things are not going great. It's getting distracted. But yeah, the Ru251 is one of the two options for premiums X8.7. The other one being the SLA 16, which is in a bundle, which forces you to buy some other stuff, which is kind of downside. But you do you basically get a Tiger 2 with an upgraded engine, 2 extra pieces of track right here. Like these tracks are a little bit changed up, and you got the roof machine gun, which is actually a kind of nice addition. Again, small targets like SBA and some smaller planes. It can actually do some work. But it isn't that much different to the Tiger 2H, other than the repair cost, which is vastly reduced to only 3,400. Which is a lot less. Which makes it a really good grinder actually as well, if you like the Tiger 2H. But I actually kind of enjoyed like the Ru251. If you like enjoying M18, you'll probably enjoy the RU, because I actually played quite similarly. But the RU has some more penetration, so you can be a little bit more bold with it, even though it is still like really weak armored. But I still think like the kind of weird thing with that thing compared to this thing. Okay, this thing is like angle 51 degrees. That will not be enough to bounce anything at all, actually. Oh, there we go. Got some research done. Got an elevation mechanism. This thing has 7.0 BR. It has the exact same gun as the Ru251, even though it does come with an additional option of having an APCR shot. You got 50mm of frontal armor, which makes it potentially like protective enough against some SPA. But that's about it. Like, it might survive against SPA with this armor, but it doesn't got a turret, and it's overall slower. But those two things there are apparently like justified to give the 0.3 higher BR. Not having a turret, being slower, but having that increased armor compared to the RU. So the RU is a little bit, I would actually potentially call it a little bit pay to win-ish, because I would take the RU over the Jack Panzer 4.5, most probably. Simply because the RU is such a strong tank. Such a mobile tank, also just so cheap to run. And we're back at the Megano line. Same map as we started out with. And take it to the map, we're just gonna go right, and we're gonna go around here. All the way to the side. And, oh, there we go. I wasn't on the screen, so the game decided to not let me do stuff. That was some, oh, that's some great driving right there. Says while I will continue driving into other tanks, but okay. I do actually like that camo. That's a pretty cool camo. I have this simple green on this thing. I do not have all the... I do not have the mark of distinction yet, and whatever. And other missions to get like the extra camo option on this thing. I really want to have that tricolor camo. I did actually check whether it's unlockable. But here you can just see the mobility of this RU going to use. With the heavy tanks, you can see like You're at this circle right here, and we're at the way bigger circle. I got two places. Here's an allied Ru251. And no, that was like a slow driver. Like those are the heavy tanks for of our side. That one like climbing up that hill, getting into sniper position, and so overall spreading out. But we are just making work, flanking like crazy, going 40 kilometers an hour pretty much across the board. At rough terrain actually. I expect to go fast or like really flat terrain. I'm not interested in showing myself just yet. I wanna charge it a little bit further. And let's go. The only things that are really like fast enough are like maybe the American light tanks, like the M56, T92. I don't think any of the British or Russian tanks are gonna be fast enough to keep up with these lights, these RUs. And you definitely notice this thing's engine's power being a hell of a lot. I think he is gonna go left here. He's gonna go even further. Here's about the time to stop. There goes my first target. My allied RU got destroyed. It's a big bummer. Come here, you. This Gunny went down hills. I'm just gonna go down hill myself. Go further up this hill ridge. I love flanking on this ridge line actually with these RUs. There's so much flexibility you can do here. I could get behind that building. I can go even further. I'm probably just gonna go even further. You guys people should probably notice that T-34 DBI-5 by now. They're not gonna kill us just yet. Well, they do some damage. So I don't think it's dead yet. I might actually lose the assist if somebody else damages it. But, oh well. I think I'm gonna go over this guy first. Speak over that hill. Nobody seems to spot me yet. I'm just gonna take my time range finding here. But that guy is the guy with the okay, it's really far out. Come on. I want to get the skill. Oh dear, right now. Ah, crap. Okay, thanks, spotted. You want to outflank me? It seems there's a second tank. Is that a second tank over there? battle of the flanking vehicles here. That's gonna be fun. Who's gonna outflank Ru now? Huh? I guess you're gonna outflank me. Ah, well. Oh yeah, he was actually on the move still there. So yeah, I guess it was a little bit good with the rolling the good mobility there. Don't want to keep on this ammo and not the APCR. Although I probably should have brought like 5 APCR rounds. I generally do not really like APCR because of how little damage it actually does. But yeah, let's go again. Gonna go climb up this hill again. Guy with my Panther. Well, Jack Panther. I really like this thing's mobility overall. And its armor is only like a little bit subpar compared to the Ferdinand. And they both have the same gun. If vehicles like this, you always have to watch out with the tracks. Of course, if tracks get destroyed, it's just as bad as getting your turret knocked out. Oh god. Really? How far are those flanks? It's all the way over there. So that's my left side. And not the right side. If it wasn't the right side, like if this entire map would have been mirrored, I would actually probably would have survived because my crew would sit on the left side and the critical crew and it would survive and not move to the left. Okay. I think I'm gonna keep it at that actually. Been a bit of a pretty long episode. But yeah, Ru251 is like I prefer surprising like okay tank. I thought to be honest, I thought it would be like a little bit more destructive. But it might be like I'm playing pretty aggressive overall and go out at places where I probably shouldn't. Go and be a little bit more careful. So I do have tendency to die, but that gun is definitely a really powerful gun. And it's only of the few guns that can actually frontally penetrate the T-28 at its tier. Because 6.7 is still like easily in tier of a T-28, like 7.0, 7.3, okay, of course, like that's full up tiers. But at 6.7, like, other than F56, which is on the same country, it's pretty much the only vehicles that can penetrate it. Like, even, I think even a 40T can't. No, 229, like, it's still a lot, but it's not enough to penetrate such a vehicle. Okay, S11 missiles, of course. 600 millimeters ATGMs. Of course, something like that penetrates. 168, 180. Do not penetrate that big ass thing of an armor plate, but or you can. So that's one thing, but overall, with the mobility you got, you'll almost never be in front of that freaking big ass gun. That is the Doom Turtle. You're almost always going to be on the side. It's going to be an advantage anyways. This thing is really just the best at flanking around, not being noticed, shooting just like one shot and then going and immediately reposition. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I actually do think this one is overall. These 6.7 RPMs are actually pretty value. I mean, the M47, like, it gives you a little bit more research and whatever. It goes on a little bit longer with like that can help you research tier 6 better. than the RU can, but until then, and like I'm not really that much interested in getting a Leopard 2A4. I'm also getting interested in getting that mouse and Yak Tiger, and maybe the Leopard one to like complement my mouse, but that's about it. I'm not really into tier 6 that much. I might have like overall I will probably end up getting them, but that's currently a priority, getting tier 5 vehicles up to that mouse. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And hopefully soon enough I will get the footage of the Tiger 2 105 because I do definitely want to get that thing. I'm about halfway now. And I was only at like 20,000 something. Like 10 or 20 10 or 20,000 when when I started today because I got some premium time currently because I actually bought a Aviary in alongside the RU, even though like I could have bought a XM1. I did not want it. I did not. I'm not interested in the Abrams like at all. So 9-bit bundle. Mm, I mean, I guess it could be fun, but I'll probably be a noob. So I decided not to get that one. I mean, I already have a T29 top tier. Anyways, I wanted to like get top tier vehicles on every tree. I only really need to get myself an AMAX 13 SS11 or AMAX 30 on this tree. And probably prototype on this tree. Then I got like top tier premiums in every tree. Of course, except Italy, but well, good luck researching anything in Italy because there's nothing to research. And meanwhile, I'm just happy with the T44 122 and the Russian tree. So that said, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys all later. Bye, guys.